dear parents of the students of religious educations here at St. Bernard. As you all know, this COVID situation has challenged us and has changed our daily lives. I have met with the coordinator of religious education, and we have discussed the ways to have classes. We have reached the conclusion that it's not possible to have classes and to keep the guidelines given by the city and the diocese, where the masks keep social distance and also to fit all the students in one same class. This situation has challenged us to look for other ways to evangelize, and we have come up with an idea from the diocese to have a family program. Life is a gift from God. God is the creator, but mom and dad are the procreators. They cooperate to the creation of God. Mom and dad, and especially the mom, are the number one educators of the children. They have the right given by nature to educate their children. St. John Paul II calls the family a domestic church because the parents are the number ones to teach the values to their children. So this program is focused on teaching the parents so that the parents then teach their children at home. Parents can give many things to your children, but the number one thing that you can give, the greatest one, is to give God to them. So during this year, I will be giving the talks once a month to parents, and the parents at home will give classes to their children. This is the program we will follow through the year. I will be giving the parents class on September 15th at 7 p.m. in the church. I'm going to give the 3 classes about God, about the Trinity, about creation of the world, and sin. Then you, the parents, will go home, and from September 15th to 19th, you will give the class about God to your children. Then between September 20 and 26th, you will give the talk to your children about the Holy Trinity. Then from September 27th to October the 3rd, you will give the class about creation, the creation of the world. And then from October the 4th to October the 10th, you will give the class about sin. It could be good that you assign one day a week to give the classes to your children. The following month, I will give the class to the parents on October 13th. It will be about Holy Scripture, Cain and Abel and Noah. The third is about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then about Jacob and the 12 tribes. Then you will go home, and from October 13th to 17th, you will give the class about Holy Scripture. Then from October 18th to 24th, you will give the class about Cain and Abel and Noah. On the week of October 25th to 31st, you will give the class about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then from November the 1st to the 7th, you will give the class about Jacob and the 12 tribes. The following month, the class to the parents will be on November the 10th at 7 p.m. in the church. There are going to be 3 classes together: Moses, the Ten Commandments, and the Prophets. Then you will go home, and from November the 10th to the 14th, you will give the class about Moses. Then from November 15th to 21st, you will give the class about the Ten Commandments. And then from November the 22nd to November the 28th, about the prophets. The following month, there will be the class to the parents on December the 1st. And we are going to talk about Advent, the Annunciation, the mystery of Christ, and Christmas. Then at home, from December the 1st to the 5th, you will give the class to your children about Advent. From December the 6th to the 12th, you will give the class about Annunciation. Then on December 13th to 19th, you will give the class about the mystery of Christ. And then from December the 20th to the 26th, you will give the class about Christmas. The following month, the parent class will be on January the 12th. There are going to be 3 classes together: Sacraments in general, Baptism, and Sanctifying Grace. Then you will go home, and from January the 12th to the 16th, you will give the class to your children about Sacraments in general. Then from January 17th to 23rd, about Baptism. And then from January 24th to January 30th, about Sanctifying Grace. The following month, the parent class will be on February the 2nd at 7 p.m. in the church. We will talk about the Catholic Church, the Creed, and Ash Wednesday. You will go home and give the class to your children from February the 2nd to the 6th about the Catholic Church. Then from February the 7th to the 13th about the Creed. And from February the 14th to the 20th about Ash Wednesday. Then the next parent class will be on February the 23rd. We are going to have 4 classes together: Lent, Sacrament of Reconciliation, First Communion, and Confirmation. You will go home and have the class about Lent from February 23rd to the 27th. Then from February 28th to March the 6th, about the Sacrament of Reconciliation. From March the 7th to 13th, about First Communion and the Eucharist. And finally, from March the 14th to the 20th, about Confirmation. The following month, the parent class will be on March the 23rd at 7 p.m. in the church. That class will include the Last Supper, the Way of the Cross, the Stations of the Cross, and the Resurrection of the Lord. The home class will be from March 23rd to 27th about the Last Supper. Then from March 28th to April the 3rd, the Way of the Cross. And then from April the 4th to the 10th, on the Resurrection of the Lord. Then the last parent class will be on April the 13th. We will have 2 talks about Divine Mercy and the Sacrament of Reconciliation. From April 13th to 17th, you will have the class about Divine Mercy given to your children. And then from April 18th to the 24th, about the Sacrament of Reconciliation.